winners finals of doubles.
Now there's Andrew giving us the face.
We're getting ready.
The faces you've seen on Twitter and other likewise places. I recognize Dragonite. I recognize MRRRR. I don't recognize the other two players.
I'm newish to the region, so I don't recognize this.
Well, here we go. We're going to be introduced. Dutifully so. All right, Banjo and Kazooie and Pokemon Trainer. That is 5 characters.
That is 5 characters. That seems like an unfair numbers advantage.
And then we got the shorties over on the other end. They're little, they're green. We got Teen Sprouts. But all right, looking like we're off to a good, even start, as we expected.
I'm curious to see what the strategy is coming from Pokemon Trainer and Banjo. It's an interesting team combination. I feel part of me understands that there's some synergy there, but I'm curious to see what it is.
I have a feeling that they have like a plethora of combos. A plethora.
Would not be surprised.
An absolute profusion of combos possible, and I bet a lot of them lead into Wonder Wing.
Most things lead into Wonder Wing.
Most things lead into Wonder Wing.
That's that character strength in doubles, I would say.
All right, before we get away from ourselves here, I want to point out that MRRRR's tag above him right now is MRRRR, and the whole joke with MRRRR is that he puts as many R's as possible into his name, and he's finally gotten to the point where he's a madman, and he says, you know what? We don't need the M, more R.
that's an excellent deck, actually.
Oh, and Wonder Wing takes the stock, and I think that was the first Wonder Wing of the whole game.
Yeah, I think so. I'm really interested to see Banjo acting as something of a stock tank that also just has the ability to just come through like a wrecking ball with Wonder Wing and just steal the stock whenever
it is looking like his job. 185%. That's a tank if I've ever seen one.
Absolutely. Banjo's a heavy character.
Ooh, and the bowing nair to get rid of Youngling.
That was cute.
Oh, I don't even know what hit him.
There were at least 3 people in that situation.
That was a cluster.
Absolutely.
But all right, we're hopping in. Boomerang into fire, almost connecting. I hope that's not a real combo ever.
It is on certain DIs, I believe. It's kind of hard to get in doubles when you've got to account for people sneaking up on you in your position.
Granted.
A lot more contingent on that.
Even if the opportunity comes, your eyes are darting every which way.
For sure.
But all right, in becomes the ledge trap. Ledge trapping becomes such a crazy thing in doubles.
Oh my god, yeah. Especially in like 2v1 situations when you can set up in situations where your teammate is on backup and you can cover, like, I'm going to get 3 of the 4 options, and you get the last one, and they're just dead.
Yeah, but that's like a 2v1 situation, right?
Yeah,
otherwise, it just accelerates the process. In other words, you're too afraid of doubles to stay on ledge.
I want to point out z3rgman's bomb pressure on that shield over there on the ledge. That was really cute. I like that he's using bomb as an item as much as an active projectile that's going to detonate. I think it's really smart, especially in doubles, because you want to be able to control people. That was crazy.
Wonder Wing into Wonder Wing.
Yeah. But
this is the battle strategy.
You want to be able to lock people in shield for as long as you can as a character like Youngling, because your job is going to be to restrict interaction as much as you can.
Agreed, yes. The whole point of like a zoner in doubles is to just make it easier for your teammate.
Yeah,
but it's also tricky because you don't want to hit your teammate either. You don't want to pressure your teammate into a situation.
It's so difficult to walk that line so much of the time.
Don't put me in a situation.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that Wonder Wing and this general invincibility moves really come in handy in doubles.
Oh, for sure. I would imagine as much.
Like, imagine if your teammate just says Wonder Wing, and you just Wonder Wing, and then he's forward smashing, and you're fine, and no one else is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just land on him with that down air. That'll take the stock for sure.
All right, but z3rgman's holding on to that stock for dear life.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from both of these teams here. I don't feel like it's been a wash in either way. Both teams have a game plan. They're sticking to it, and it's worked in some situations. Oh, hasn't in others. Speaking of game plan, Wonder Wing is one of those, definitely a game plan on its own. As I was saying.
Wombo Wonder Wing, the WWW combo. And in we go. We've seen a lot of green center stage. How many Wonder Wings does he have left?
He has 1 Wonder Wing left, but he's on his own, so it could be a little bit tricky here.
Count.
He just needs to take the stock from the Mario. Oh, he's out!
He was out after all!
That's
even he thought he had one. I mean, he heard us. He's like, wait, how many do I have? And he's like, oh, the commentator said I have one.
Gotta commentate a bit quieter, I suppose.
And suddenly you're looking like Brawl because you're tripping all over yourself, waiting for Wonder Wing to come back. And that should be it.
Yeah, he's down. If he had Wonder Wing, he could have gone to ledge, but without Wonder Wing, you're SOL right there.
Oh yeah, you're basically Little Mac at that point.
That you are.
That's the trade-off, right? Wonder Wing is such a great recovery option and such a great offensive option, but if you have to use it for either or both, and if you use it for both, you're going to lose it really quickly.
You have 5. Make them count.
Yes. It's like the same as Limit in the last game, right? Like
yeah,
you can use it offensively or like save it entirely for defense.
You can use it to recover, you can use it out of shield for a really high damage option or possibly a kill move.
Can't believe Banjo's Limit is better than Cloud's.
Can you believe that Banjo just has waft 5 times? That's crazy.
Get off commentary. We don't need this. Don't implant that into the brains of the viewers.
I've been saying it since he came out.
I hate it.
He has horizontal waft 5 times.
Oof. But all right, coming into game 2, this is an interesting stage for doubles.
I'm also curious why they switched from PT to DDD.
You know what? They have something in mind.
Yeah, there's definitely a strategy here that I'm not privy to.
Probably the way they deal with projectiles. Because DDD's got the suck.
That's
and
true.
You can deal with the Banjo's grenade.
To be fair, if I remember what Timo Tony told me correctly, I feel like Banjo's I feel like DDD's inhale sometimes spits the projectile back out and sometimes just swallows it. So it's not as consistent as one might want.
You know, yeah. It always feels like such a threat when you're fighting him. But
yeah, that it does.
And maybe the fact of the matter is that Tenni's decided to take on the role as stock tank.
That
could
be true.
Tanking. They're like, let's just play some heavies.
Yeah, I suppose when you're playing characters like Young Link, you might struggle in some situations to get just a raw kill. Yeah. You want that just raw defense ability to just live for forever and make good on whatever interactions you come across.
Yeah, they're going to have a lot more time to learn than dabs.
That was unfortunate DI on that Mario down air from Drago, but you know, sometimes it happens.
You just can't be prepared for everything in doubles.
That is very true.
And that's part of the fun.
Doubles is a cluster.
Ooh, but DDD living at 143, no problemo.
This is not small stage, so I'm not surprised.
Granted. You think it would be.
Yeah. Well, we have another small Yoshi stage, so I'm kind of glad oh my lord! That was gross.
A mess?
Everyone's dying! Everyone is dying.
That's doubles. Like, you feel the momentum. Like, you kind of feel it coming like a wave. You're like, all right, I'm about to see 3 stocks fly.
Yeah. My favorite thing in doubles is just when one player just kills all of the other players on screen at once.
My favorite thing in doubles is doubles.
That's fair. I also enjoy doubles.
Oh!
He is the most dead.
A simple up tilt. I heard somebody on Twitter talking about how they wanted Banjo's up tilt to be buffed, and I said, you do not need that. Put that away.
Please take Banjo away from me right now. That character is frustrating.
Oh, DDD's just on the receiving end of everything.
I also would like to briefly point out that it looks like Drago is playing the Dio Brando color for Banjo. One of them is Jotaro and one of them is Dio.
Oh wait, look! Tenni Zappelli! Alright, enough Johto references. We're seeing a pretty even game, but we're in the exact same situation as we were last round.
Yeah,
where z3rg3m's one stock up on everyone.
And the rest is relatively even. Mur is taking a bit of percent, but I don't think this is necessarily an insurmountable position for anyone at this point.
Certainly not. Given Young Link's weight, it shouldn't be much of an issue to clean it up and get it back into an even state.
One hitbox.
They're not taking a percent either.
Yeah, one hitbox from this. Oh my lord!
Did you say one hitbox?
I was gonna say one hitbox from DDD is all it takes. And,
Order up!
Yeah. I didn't even need to finish my sentence. He heard me say one hitbox and was like, I got you.
He's all, what's that? Did I hear hammer time? Oh
my god!
That was almost it!
Wonder Wing from across the universe.
Wonder Wing! Alright, in we come. This is looking like a really even game, but how did z3rg3m get to 117 already?
Oh my god!
He just lost that stock!
These characters do a not insignificant amount of damage.
No, I was mistaken. Mur lost his stock and
stole
the
right,
stock.
Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
I was going with you on that one.
Roll with it, roll with it. Yeah, we made a mistake of trusting me.
Fair
you gotta be true to your Twitter ad and actually think.
Ooh, got him with both of the, or got both of them with the, oh my god! That was gross.
I just love the fact that DDD has the option to just delay himself in the air for the perfect moment. Because if your hitboxes are that slow, then you deserve the opportunity.
On the flip side of that, Lucina has the same thing, and her hitboxes are not slow. So, oops.
We don't see Lucina on screen. We don't gotta talk about her.
Well said, brother.
As much as she is a viable choice in doubles, we aren't seeing her despite this being one of the ending matches. All right, I did not hear DDD.
Looks like he hasn't selected yet. I think he's still thinking.
All right.
I love that we're seeing yellow Game & Watch.
Could it
okay,
be?
please don't pick the worst color.
Are you on the wave?
Please don't pick the worst color.
Is it yellow?
Okay, white is fine. Cool.
Fine. Was it yellow?
The yellow one looks like baby food.
But
It's like really gross.
Yellow.
That's true.
They're team baby food.
I don't like that. I would like to drive home now.
Good night. Go outside, swing a few clubs, and find your way home. But all right, coming into Game 3, this is winner's final, so this will be a best of 5, I believe, unless we're following the usual rules of tourney locator, which is a best of 3.
I think it's best of 3 at the locals, just because there's not enough time.
Best of 5 it is.
Best of 5, yeah.
Regionals, baby.
Heck yeah.
All right, coming in. This is a pitifully even game, in fact.
I'm curious as to why. Okay.
Why did it make the 9 sound? I saw an 8.
I'm very confused.
Oh, wait, no, they make the same sound because it's the icicle attack.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
But I'm interested in why Tenni seems so invested in changing his character depending on stage.
Could be that he doesn't want to be
Because Pokemon
downloaded.
Trainer almost did really well. DDD did what he needed to do, and I think that a triplat isn't going to make DDD any worse.
Oh, it's true.
I mean,
Wonder
you
Wing
have
taken-
Mario.
Oh, tragic. I think Wonder Wing took out Tenni there because
That's-
Tenni is such a lightweight character. And the air dodge to ledge attempt actually results in his own SD.
That's not what you like to see at all.
Hardly, but luckily for them, this is a best of 5 set. But see, I say that now, but it's not over. And not to mention Merz at 121, this could be evened out pretty easily.
The benefit to a best of 5 set is that you can make those mistakes and they're not as punishing as they would be in a best of 3.
All the time in the world to complete the download. Start all your torrents today.
All the time in the world to game and watch and air people into oblivion.
You game and you watch. That's the game of downloading.
They are gaming and we are watching.
A commentator's duty. Sacred. Are we game and watch mains now?
Please God, I hope not.
Not after that forward air got exposed on Twitter.
That's true. That was useful information.
So tragic.
Now I'm not going to be like, oh my God, this insurmountable pressure from Game & Watch Fair. Now we know the weakness.
The one thing I like about Wonder Wing is that if they catch you during the startup, it doesn't really burn your Wonder Wing.
Yeah, I do like that. And I like
thank
that
God.
there's very clearly a window on that movie to punish it, so it's not just you're coming through like a truck and you have to accept that. It seems like every time I'm like, I'm going to look at the stock count and make a remark on it, it looks like z3rg3m3n is a stock up at all times.
Really, that's his game plan. You see Youngling and you don't really look at him and think stock take, but...
You know, but when I guess when you can create space as adequately as Youngling can, that down smash is quite large.
And for those at home that aren't aware, the down smash sends upward only when you hit an aerial.
Interesting. And it grounds when they're on the ground.
Or sends them sideways, depending on the spacing.
Okay.
Interestingly enough, Game & Watch is a strange beast.
That is true. There's only 2 dimensions, in fact.
He's not as two-dimensional as you might believe. But all right, coming into this game, we're still looking pretty even. They actually managed to hold on to these stocks for an insurmountably long time, and they took the lead, stock-wise.
Incredible. I do, one thing that I really like about Wonder Wing is that in singles and in doubles, it's really, really good at just being a long-range with punish option. Like, your opponent's at 120, and you're like, okay, cool, you whiff this down tilt. No other option's going to get you here, so I'm going to secure the stock by just, coming with a Wonder Wing. But when in doubles, when you can pay more attention to both your opponents than either of them can to you, it's really easy to find those openings with Wonder Wing and secure an early kill, which gives you such an insane tempo advantage. You just get it so far ahead.
Of course, the invincibility helps.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, God, I have nothing to fear. Oh, okay. Well, Tenni lost that stock. I have an odd comparison to make. I think that Wonder Wing is just a better rollout.
Yes. No, I don't think that's odd at all. I think it is completely reasonable.
Give me 5 rollout uses and... oh, gracious! All right, back to even stocks.
Yet again, it looks like before that stock was taken, z3rg3m3n was
the
stock
one.
up. Yeah, almost as fate designed.
We all knew Youngling had deep pockets and he has an extra stock in there at all times.
He's got an ace in his sleeve.
All right, they actually took the lead back. They were down because of an SD and a team kill and somehow managed to pull themselves up by their hind straps and wound up in the lead somehow.
I am very impressed by this play.
As am I. I'm also impressed by Drago's good taste because I believe that Senku is a Dr. Stone reference.
It's either Dr. Stone or Kill la Kill.
You know what? I'm down with both.
As am I.
Okay. Oh, his maneuverability on these platforms actually came in really handy.
Really like how they were trapping z3rg3m3n up on those platforms. Like, they were so content to just Game & Watch an air on one side, Banjo up air on the other, force him to the top platform, and just, keep him squished in. I'm very impressed that z3rg3m3n managed to find his way.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say, but still, z3rg3m3n somehow, despite the setup. Wonder Wing. Oh, and he got greedy, and he almost lost for it.
That was so close.
That was really close. I don't like that at all.
I was scared.
We have to drop the bomb. He's just an aerial fighter now. Youngling the bomber plane, coming in with bombs from the sky. Okay.
Right.
I don't think I've seen z3rg3m3n be hit by his own bomb once.
He's doing such a remarkable job of creating the space that he needs.
But will it be
my
enough?
God, the DI!
No!
That'll do it.
But
That
DI
will, in
won't save
fact,
you now.
that will do it. You get Game & Watch back at 155. Nothing is saving you. You are done for.
I do believe that Ultimate made a wise decision with the zoom-in mechanic, but it also invited commentators to do the forbidden commentary line of, "Is this it?"
That's true.
And it gives
To be
us
fair,
all the more reason.
I like that gives the viewer time to, get that excitement with us. I really like spectating. I love spectating Tekken for that reason.
Oh,
when
yeah.
it gets the slowdown, you're like, oh my god, is this gonna connect? It's so cool. And Ultimate having the critical hit screen on the last stock like that is just, it's beautiful.
Spectators delight.
This game is so pretty.
This game is so pretty. Until you put Yoshi on the screen, and then it's
I gotta go. I walk back everything I've ever said.
All right. Well, here's Yoshi.
He has not played
Yoshi.
He has not played the same character this entire time.
He has not. This is the 4th character he's selected, and he's been performing away from himself every single round.
We were talking about deep pockets.
Deep pockets.
Tenny's got some deep pockets.
Tenny's pockets are deeper than old Link's.
Good lord.
He got that adult wallet. But all right, in comes Murr, though, with these crazy long Mario combos!
I was so ready for that to take the stock.
If that wasn't Battlefield, I swear.
If that wasn't Banjo.
If that wasn't Yoshi.
Oh, I thought Banjo was over there.
They're both very yellow.
They're very yellow and both have big noses. I don't know. I was joking around on Twitter the other day that I realized that all of the characters that I dislike in Ultimate have big noses.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'll talk with you between sets about that because I think it's a funny observation.
Not a fan of the big schnoz, huh? Smelling something fishy.
I would not say that is my fault.
How are they supposed to smell those reeds coming? But all right, in come we go. And it's looking like Tenni and Drago are really starting to fall behind this round.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe Yoshi.
Maybe not. I don't necessarily think that the issue is Yoshi as much as I think that Murray and z3rg3m have figured out picking apart their game plan a little bit. Because you could see z3rg3m was doing it a bit at the last game, which is why he was able to, navigate so adeptly between all of those hitboxes and live as long as he did.
Or they're taking the shark route and just punching them in the nose. That's the battle strategy. You got big noses? We got 2 fists.
I found your weakness. Your Achilles heel.
Okay.
Ooh, bomb grab.
Ooh, that was a really well-placed up smash on Drago's part. I don't even know if that was DI or if that was just going to kill him regardless. I didn't see the lightning. Unexpected. All right. Murr's Mario combos are just flawless.
He's doing real well, that's for sure. Like clockwork, z3rg3m stock up.
Murr's been playing this game since Smash 4, maybe even before that, I'm not sure, but his combos have always been strong, so he's a lab monster with those things.
For sure. Shows through.
Okay.
Ooh, he read that roll. Tenni was so ready.
Oh, and the Wonder Wing! Oh, just barely enough, but then Drago gets punished for it.
Listen, I'll take your stock, you take mine. Eye for an eye, all that.
Doubles.
Absolutely.
Doubles means every stock means 2.
Absolutely. Good lord.
All right. Looks like Murr and z3rg3m are on the same boat of hanging on to an extra stock this round.
I'm curious to see what Murr and z3rg3m's game plan is going to be, because they're clearly a stock up, but I'm curious if they want to take a more defensive route, knowing that they have a young Link on their back end and playing on a stage as big as Battlefield. I'm curious what the rest of that game plan looks like.
I'm completely ignorant to z3rg3m's strategies in those situations, but I do know that Murr will always take it slow if it comes to it.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see this, be a boxing game where it's keeping on with projectiles, anti-air them with like forward tilts and up tilts and whatnot on jump in, and then just keep chiseling away at the stock count like that.
That seems like a good battle strategy, but it's always more difficult to execute in doubles than it is in singles.
That it most certainly is, because you have to be...
Oh my god! He took it his own teammate!
He parried his teammate there!
That was actually brilliant!
That was so sick. His brain is huge.
But was it worth it? I mean, I don't know what Tenni was at. I think it was at a very late descent.
Yeah, I think it was worth it. Because, you were going to die to the back throw anyway.
Regardless.
Might as well come through and take both of the stocks.
He's like, all right. I just love Banjo's parry animation above all else, and I also love that down smash.
That was cute.
Suddenly the stocks are even.
I like that we've got 2 little individual 1v1s going on here. They both picked their battles.
Oh,
he's alive!
Barely! To the very tips of the corner of that box.
That DI was impeccable.
I'm thinking in the box today. Thank you very much. That's the name of the game, baby.
This is going to be an up B. Ooh, he got right out of there.
Ooh, I don't know how. Okay. Okay, yeah, definitely seeing Drago take the more defensive approach, the reactionary approach, looking for an opportunity to fly in with Wonder Wing. Oh, and look at that! Tenni's doing a great job of defending it, too, because z3rg3m's trying to land on him, but Yoshi's up air says no!
Drago is so content to just fight from the corner here. I looked down at his percent, he is at 180.
Oh, it's a double Wonder Wing!
Listen, if you're at 190, if you gotta burn that Wonder Wing and just get it out there to secure the stock, then do it.
Kazui's just fanning out her wingspan and saying, count 'em, 2 Wonder Wings.
Oh my god.
And now he's out of Wonder Wings, so that option is off the table. But now it's 2v1. It looks like they really acclimated to Murr and z3rg3m's game plan.
That they did.
I thought this was going to be a game 5 for sure.
Yeah, as did I.
But now I'm not so sure.
They've done such a good job just fighting their way through like walls of projectiles and like big hitboxes and such. And I think there's something to be really said about like navigating so comfortably in a double set like this.
Certainly so.
Oh my god!
There will almost seal the deal. Oh my goodness!
I thought that was going to kill. I definitely thought that was going to kill.
Buster. Oh, the upper! Oh!
That was so sick. He threaded those needles.
That was an incredible performance by
Oh my
Drago
God.
and Tenni. Gracious galloping gumballs. Well played.
Egg up air.
They were so far behind, but the dream never died.
You gotta stay in it. Keeping that composure is such an important facet of doubles.
It's something they're definitely used to, being players of their caliber. You've seen
Absolutely.
them with Shockwave top 8s many a time.
Absolutely.
A myriad of opportunities for them.
Do you know who we're gonna be seeing next on stream?